After Goku and Vegeta will use one of their most powerful transformations, they fall to the floor tired. Piccolo Gohan would immediately approach. Everyone else would be watching from the stands. Piccolo would say, "Hey Goku, what happened? What was that all about?" Gohan would say, "Father, are you okay? Are you okay, Mr. Vegeta?" Goku would reply, "That's right. Quite, we're fine." Vegeta said, "Damn, we trained so much for this transformation, and we can only be transformed for a few minutes." Goku would say, "If it is very exhausting, but compared to the beginning, we have progressed so much." Piccolo would say, "Compared to the beginning? Tell me, what happened inside the time room?" Goku said, "We've been in there for too long." Vegeta would say, "To be a little more exact, we were locked up for millions of years." Piccolo and Gohan would be surprised. Piccolo would say that's impossible. They would already be dead. Goku said, "That's right. Thanks to Mr. Popo, we're still alive." Gohan said, "Thanks to Mr. Popo?" Goku said, "That's right. Mr. Popo asked the dragon of our planet to make us immortal." Vegeta said, "Thanks to that, Kakarot and I have a ball." Gohan said, "I see. It's surprising." Goku would reply, "That's right. A lot has happened." Goku would then tell in detail to Gohan and Piccolo. Vegeta would say, "We have finished with Beerus and all of the gods has happened." Piccolo would say, "We were all taken by surprise by the betrayal of Zeno-sama's right hand." Goku would say, "That's right. I didn't expect it at all. But when we tried to defeat Daishinkan, the guy who was protecting it stopped our blows as if nothing happened." Vegeta would say, "It's true. He said something about the multiverses, and about him being a king at all. He has to be a very powerful guy." Goku would say, "The Daishinkan said that there are beings more powerful than Zeno-sama. I imagine it must be that kind of subject. If I remember, his name is Borea, and said that very soon we will be seeing you." He asked me, "What did he mean by that?" Vegeta said, "Not obvious. We will have to be prepared." Goku just smiled. Goku said, "We will have to become stronger." Suddenly, something strange happens with Piccolo. Gohan says, "Mr. Piccolo." Piccolo falls to the floor. Goku says, "Piccolo, you're fine?" Piccolo stands up. Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan begin to feel enormous power within Piccolo. Gohan says, "Who are you?" And the dragon replies,
"I just witnessed everything that happened. I am the dragon of the super spheres."
Goku and the others are surprised. Vegeta says, "What do you do in the body of that insect, a Piccolo? Also, how can you contact us? I thought you could only hear the language of the gods." The dragon said,
"I can communicate with any living being, but my duty was only to attend to the desires of the great deities of this multiverse."
Vegeta said, "How you got to Piccolo's body?" Dragon said,
"Daishinkan came to me for information about Zeno-sama. I never thought he would reveal himself this way. Before Daishinkan murdered me for wanting to stop me, teleported my soul to this Nanaku."
Vegeta said, "I see. You used a random body to save yourself." The dragon said,
"A random body? Wrong. This Namekian has great hidden power. I even delayed in taking control of his body. I could see everything that happened. Wanted to help stop Zeno-sama's murder."
But Piccolo's body was not easy to control. Vegeta said, "Are you telling me that this insect has a great hidden power that even the super dragon of the spheres has difficult controlling?" And the dragon says, "That's right.
Right. Although my other body would not have supported my power and would have exploded. Somehow, I and this Namek are compatible."
Vegeta says, "I see. Then you could explain what's really going on here." The dragon says, "That's right."
Right. I will tell you everything.
Vegeta says, "We are listening to you." The dragon says,
There are 4 multiverses right now. We are in Multiverse 1.
Goku says, "Multiverse 1?" And the dragon replies,
Each multiverse is ruled by a king of everything. In Multiverse 1, King Zeno-sama ruled. In Multiverse 2, King Archon ruled. Multiverse 3 has Princess Neon. And Multiverse 4, King Borea rules.
Gohan says, "How scary all that sounds." Goku says, "How interesting all that sounds. Tell me, dragon, which is the most powerful king?" The dragon says,
They are all very powerful, but the King of Universe 2 and 4 are simply the scariest. They are masters of combat. To put it this way, they are almost invincible. All possess a very destructive power worthy of kings of everything. Although I must admit that Zeno-sama is the weakest of the 3 because of his ignorance of combat."
Vegeta says Daishinkan murdered and stole the power of Zeno-sama. and that King Boria took him with him. Something tells me that terrible things will happen. The dragon says,
As you say it, apparently King Boria will start a war in the multiverses.
Gohan says, a war? What does that mean? The dragon says,
Previously King Boria started a war against all the multiverses. That war took away part of this multiverse. Universe 6 and Multiverse 1 were erased by war.
Vegeta says, if I remember correctly, Whis said that those universes were erased by Zeno-sama. The dragon says,
Although it is true that Zeno-sama had the ability to erase universes at will, the story that he erased the 6 universes is a complete lie. Everything was the product of a great war. After what happened, Zeno-sama made everyone promise not to talk about it, even to me. That doesn't matter now, and that's not all. That war took the life of the Queen of Multiverse 3, leaving her daughter Princess Neon in command. However, I will have information that Universe 3 happened to be ruled by the King of Multiverse 2. If that is true, everything would make sense. Now the King of Multiverse 1 and the Queen of Multiverse 3 were killed, and the Queen's daughter is no longer in charge. I will take the biggest fight in history. The King of Multiverse 2 against the King of Multiverse 4. For control, we must do something.
Piccolo makes his eyes glow red, teleporting everyone in a rare quest. Jiren says, disappeared! What will be going on? Toppo replies, Jiren, we have to leave here. All the warriors of the surviving universe has disappeared. Goku says, where are we? Dragon says,
This is Multiverse 3. Find Princess Neon, tell her everything. She will be of great help. Just be careful. Beings in the body of elimination exhaust me a lot. We will see you later.
The dragon disappeared and appeared Piccolo. Gohan says, Mr. Piccolo, is it okay? Mr. Piccolo says, I just have a little headache, but I know it's happening. I could hear the dragon of the super spheres that is in my body talking to you. Vegeta says, then Kakarot, what will you do? Goku with a clenched fist looking at the sky. This one would say, what we always do, Vegeta. Keep fighting and pushing boundaries. I want to face them. I want to face the king of the other multiverses. And of course I want to protect our multiverse from Boria's hand. Vegeta would just smile and say, I will follow you, Kakarot. I also want to know how far I can go. A saying over time can evolve and become more powerful, but face more powerful warriors that will raise us to a level faster. Goku says, Piccolo, Gohan, what are you going to do? Piccolo says, I will follow you. Something tells me that they will need this dragon that is inside me. And of course I also want to discover that new power of which the dragon inside me speaks. Gohan says, Father, I would like to follow you, but I will only be a burden to you. My powers are not great enough to help them. Goku says, don't say that, son. Remember that you are capable of everything if you set your mind to it. You have not yet realized your true potential. Besides, you are already here. Gohan says, it's true. I will go, father. I promise not to give you trouble. Goku says, very well. It's already decided. Then let's go for the princess. What was his name? Vegeta said, Neon, insect. Goku replies, we will look for Princess Neon. Gohan replies, but how will we find it? Vegeta says, I imagine that in this universe there are strong insects, like the angels and gods of our multiverse. We will just have to raise our power. Goku says, very well. Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan raise their powers. Suddenly, a being appears in the place. Goku says, great work. This slowly appears where Vegeta is. Who are you? Are they warrior commanded by Archon? Vegeta says, no. We've come to see a certain Neon. You're not welcome. Get out of here. Goku says, hold on, hold on. We have not come to harm anyone. The dragon of the super spheres brought us here. Goku says with a very serious way. Zeno-sama was killed, and everything points to the fact that it was done by the King of Multiverse 4, Jaime Boria. The dragon told us that a war between the most powerful beings of the existing would be very close to occurring. He told us to find Neon. Maybe she can help us. Kanon would show a worried face. My princess doesn't fight anymore. She lives hidden in the shadows of this multiverse. Vegeta says, then the dragon's information was correct. The princess is no longer in charge of this multiverse. Answer me this question. This multiverse was conquered by the king of Multiverse 2, Archon? Canon would put on a very serious face and say, "It seems that they are telling the truth. My name is Canon. I am a knight of the kingdom. This multiverse was effectively attacked and dominated by Archon. That damn fellow broke my princess's fighting spirit by killing everything she loved. Asu Madra, to my companions, and to all the inhabitants, it is only she and I who are hiding in the shadows." Coco would say, "Canon, please take us to her." Canon would say, "All right, I'll take them on one condition only. If they are really commanded by the same dragon of the super spears, it means that they must be very strong. If one of you defeats me, I promise that I will take you with me. But if not, I will kill you all myself. If you tell the truth, and really the dragon god commands you, you must be powerful, and you must not say no. I do not feel any powerful presence in you, so what do you say?" Goku says, "Very well, seems good to me. I will face you." Vegeta says, "Wait, Kakarot, I will do it." Gohan says, "Father, Mr. Vegeta, please let me do it. I want to see how far I can go." Goku says, "Let's leave this job to Gohan." Vegeta would look seriously at Gohan. Vegeta would say, "Do what you want, but remember, Gohan, that this fight depends on whether we can see that princess or not." Gohan says, "Thank you very much. I promise not to disappoint you." Gohan walks around Canon. Gohan says, "I will be your opponent." Canon says, "That's fine with me. Let me tell you that my power is similar to the power of the princess of this multiverse, so I will fight with everything." Gohan says, "Yes, I will also fight with all my power."